Okay, now we spent a few lectures talking about the download file function, and as we did that, we learned a lot about Python, about writing files, splitting strings, accessing lists differently, and sending and receiving requests and responses. So all of that was the programming side of the course, but we never seen the hacking side. Now, as you know, this is a programming and the hacking course at the same time. So we learned the programming part, and the hacking side is kind of self-explanatory because, like I said, it's a very simple function that can work as an add-on or a helper function with larger or other scripts. So with the scripts that we built before, or with the scripts and programs that we will build in this section. So we can literally just skip this and you'll see us using it later on in the course, but I think it wouldn't hurt to spend a lecture or two showing you this in action in a scenario where this can be useful. So this is just one simple example of using the function, but you can use it in any other program that you want, so you're only limited by your imagination really. Now, the example that I want to show you is going to be built up on the execute and report script. So the result is going to be download, execute, and report. In this example, we're going to be using a program called Lazan, and you actually seen me using it before in the course when I was executing an executable on the Windows machine and I was getting the results of the saved passwords on my email. So the way this works is we have a program called Lazan, and this program, when executed on a system, it shows all the saved passwords in this system. Now the program is designed as a post-exploitation program, so you need to have access to the computer that you want to see its passwords before you can use it. But with our coding skills, we can create a script that will first download the program on the system, second, execute the program, wait for the result, and third, it will report the result to our email, thus allowing us to use this program remotely to steal all stored passwords from a computer. So, in this lecture, I'm going to show you a quick overview of Lazan, of the tool that will actually steal the passwords for us. And in the next lecture, we're going to build the download, execute, and report script, which will be based on our download function and the report and execute script that we built before. We'll see how we can use that. We'll do a few modifications, and you'll see how useful that will be. So, first of all, this lecture is not going to be a programming lecture. It's going to be a lecture where I'm going to be showing you an overview of Lazan. So the first thing that I want to show you is Lazan's website or their Git repo, and I'm going to include this in the resources of this lecture. Now, on the releases, they have releases for Windows, Linux, and OS X. But right now we want to use the Windows version, so I'm just going to download it. If I just click here, that'll download it for me. And I have it here in my downloads. Now this is a zip file, so you'll need WinRAR or WinZip in order to extract this file. And we can right click it, click on extract here, and we will see the contents of the file. And if we go inside this, you'll see that we have two versions. We have the 32-bit version and the 64-bit version. Now the 32-bit will always work against 32 and 64. So if you're not sure about the architecture of your target, then you can just use the 32-bit version. Now, I'm gonna cut this and just put it in my download so I can access it easily. And I'm just gonna delete these two files that we downloaded, and we have the program now in here. Now, going to my terminal or to my command prompt, I'm already in the downloads, so I can use Lazan straight away. I'm just gonna make this a little bit bigger, and we can just do Lazan. And since we don't know how this works, I'm just going to type help after it. And this will show you the help menu of the tool, showing you exactly how to use the tool. Now, using the tool is very, very simple. Basically, you type the tool name, followed by the module that you want to run. Now, each one of these modules will get you specific passwords, and you can see the description of the module in here. For example, the Mails module will get you usernames and passwords stored on this computer for email accounts. We have the Browsers module that will get you emails and passwords stored on browsers. So basically the user have to first of all log into their account, and when you log in, you get the pop-up in here telling you if you want to store this password. So the user have to actually click on save. For example, now if I just use a fake login here, let's say zaidgit, and put a password which is 1234567 and log in, this password is not stored in this browser. The user have to actually click on save for this to be stored on the browser. And now Lazan will be able to get you all of the saved passwords, such as the one that we just saved. Now, if you want to use a specific module, then you can just type the module name after the tool name. So we have the tool name, which is Lazan, followed by the module name. And in my example, let's say I want to use the browser. And then you can first of all do -- help to get further information on how to use this specific module. Or you can just remove this and run it as is. And again, as you can see now, it's showing us the password stored on my browser on Firefox. And as you can see, I have a password for zaid@security.org, which is 123456. And I have a password for github.com, which is zaidgit, and the password right here. Now, another cool thing that you can do, you can actually use all to run all the modules. So if I just do Lazan all, this will run all of the modules that come with Lazan, and it will show me all the passwords that Lazan can get on screen. So that's it for Lazan, a very quick overview. I don't want to dive too deep into it because I don't want to divert you from what this course is. This course is about hacking and programming. So if you want to learn more about social engineering, I have a full course on stuff like this, like credential harvesters, keyloggers, generating different types of backdoors for all operating systems, even including Android, and a lot of good social engineering ways in delivering the backdoors and all of these evil files. So if you're interested in that, check out my social engineering course. For now, we know how to use Lazan, and we're able to produce all of this output by doing lazan.exe followed by all. The only problem right now is we have to have access to the target computer so that we can see this result on our screen. So in a remote scenario where you want to get all this information from a target computer, you can't really use Lazan. So in the next lecture, we'll see how we can build a download, execute, and report program that will first of all download Lazan, second execute this command right here, and then send us all of this result to our email, allowing us to target remote computers and get all stored passwords from these computers.